The NFL season is getting closer and closer. Training camp is finally just around the corner. Teams are finally getting set and put together. This year is becoming more and more exciting, but yet, some of you may be wondering, who could possibly be the sleeper teams for the 2023 NFL season? Yes, sir. It is yours truly, Mike, here with you all at Mike in the Game for another video. And it's a good one because we are getting closer and closer to the NFL season. Now, this is a very big season. I'm expecting a lot of things to take place during the season. We've seen so many people get picked up through free agencies, plenty. And I mean plenty of trades that have gone through several teams. Teams have definitely gotten bigger, better, and definitely better through this year's off season. So it's definitely going to be very, very exciting. And I'm definitely looking forward to it. But for the subject of today, I do have two sleeper teams for y'all that I wouldn't sleep on during this season. So without further ado, let's get into today's topic of who are the two sleeper teams in the NFL for this up and coming season. Now, these two teams are in different conferences. One is in the AFC and the other is in the NFC. So let's get started with the AFC. Now, they probably had the biggest comeback last season that everybody saw and watched because everybody thought it was over, but they had to turn that TV right back on because they came back and won that game. This team is none other than the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, the Jacksonville Jaguars had a big offseason. They were able to re-sign all of the offensive weapons they had last season to help out Trevor Lawrence. And they have a big time receiver come back to help them. This would be Calvin Ridley. You know, despite him sitting out last season, he still has the athletic ability to help the Jacksonville Jaguars during this season. I definitely wouldn't sleep on them. Overall, as a whole, the Jacksonville Jaguars did have a good season last year. When you look at the grand scheme of things, they pulled out a lot of clutch situations last season. I mean, one example is when they played the Dallas Cowboys. You know, a lot of people kind of saw that coming because of how they feel toward the Cowboys. But if you know football and you watch the game, you're going to watch every last bit to the end. And the Jacksonville Jaguars proved time and time again, don't quit, keep playing to the last whistle. And they have done that several times. The Dallas Cowboy game was an example. The Chargers game was a very, very good example. So they have so much to build upon. And defensively, they stepped up several times, making key plays against offenses to help win them games. Now, I know there are a lot of big names within this division in the AFC, but I wouldn't put it past them that the Jacksonville Jaguars can make something shake. I know there are a lot of good teams out here. You got the Baltimore Ravens, Bengals, Chiefs. The list kind of goes on from there. But don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if the Jaguars win their division and shake something up in this year's playoff run. Now let's transition to the NFC. Take it down to the NFC South. Yes, this is where this team resides. And let me give a little bit of backstory. Now, this team had a very tight, close game season last year. A lot of close games. They probably lost several games, probably at least one touchdown, probably 1 point, probably a field goal. They had a lot of close games. But overall, they weren't a bad team. They really weren't. And you have to consider they had the most cap space during this offseason, so they did so many different things. They went and got so many different players to help beef up the defense and the offense. This team is none other than the Atlanta Falcons. Now, when you look at it on paper, the Falcons got every key player they needed during this offseason, starting with the defense. They were able to get Jesse Bates, Jeff Okudah, and they added Calais Campbell. They had plenty of other players too. So they're just filling the holes that they needed to help make a serious run on that defense. And on top of this, if we transition to the offense, they were able to get Bijan Robinson. Now, a lot of people weren't sure about this pick, but if you look at it, he fits this offensive scheme. They are going to run the ball down your throat. Yes, run the ball down your throat and make you respect it. And then they're going to open you up with Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and they were able to also acquire some other offensive weapons, Jonnu Smith, Mac Hollins as well. So I wouldn't put it past you that the Falcons can win this division. This is a whole new division when you look at it. Bryce Young is with the Carolina Panthers, Derek Carr's with the Saints, and Baker Mayfield is rocking with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So it is a wide open division with new faces. So I wouldn't put it past you that the Falcons can win this division and return back to the playoffs. But hey, let me know down in the comments who are your sleeper teams for this up-and-coming season, because I know everybody has a sleeper team that they think is going to make something shake. So let me know down in the comments. Be sure to hit that like, subscribe button. This has been yours truly, Mike here, Mike in the game. I will catch y'all in the next one.